Hey guys, it's Steve from the Fat Life Project. Welcome back to my channel. I am a massive fan of Taiwan. In fact, if you're watching this, you've most probably subscribed for my Taiwan content or have seen one of my Taiwan vlogs. But I will never forget how lost I initially was when I first arrived in Taipei, Taiwan all those years ago, overwhelmed by an entirely new surrounding and wondering where to even begin. And that is why I decided to do this video today, where I'm going to outline absolutely everything you need to do and prepare before your trip and also within your first hour of arriving in Taipei, Taiwan. Because we all know how your first hour goes, and any country you visit can pretty much set the tone for the rest of your trip. So definitely watch to the end, as I promise you this video is going to save you a lot of time, money, and headaches. Alrighty? And with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into it, shall we? A good trip starts even before your trip, because being prepared makes all the difference. And so in this next section, I'm going to talk about my pre-departure checklist. Let's start with the obvious one, which is the Taiwan arrival card. Taiwan no longer issues a physical arrival card as of October 2025, but the good news is that you can now fill in a digital arrival card up to 3 days prior to your trip. It's pretty easy to complete, so I won't walk you through that. I'm going to put the application link here and also in my description box for your ease of reference. One important thing to note though is that you will receive a confirmation email after submitting the digital arrival card. Make sure to keep that email or at least a screenshot of that email handy, as the Taiwan immigration officers may ask you for it when you're clearing immigration. Second is visa. Most of my subscribers, which if you are, by the way, hello there, I hope you're having a good weekend, are from the United States, Philippines, Singapore, and Australia. You'll be glad to know that you do not require a visa to enter and either have 60, 30, or 14 days under the Taiwan visa exemption program, provided that you of course have at least 6 months validity on your passport. I'm also going to place the official government website that lists out all the countries included under the visa exemption program and how many days you get in my description box for your ease of reference. However, I also noticed that I'm recently getting some subscribers from India. Hello there, by the way. You guys are going to need an e-visa. I'm going to place the e-visa application link in my description box for your reference. The website does say to allow at least 10 working days for the visa to be processed, so I do recommend looking into this at least 2 weeks prior to your trip to avoid any unnecessary hiccups. Next up is PowerPoint. A lot of the hotels that I've stayed in Taiwan recently come with a USB-A type PowerPoints that allows you to directly plug in your cable and charge your devices. Taiwan uses the same power plug, by the way, as the US and Japan. It looks two little metal flat heads like this. But to avoid all guesswork, I would just really recommend getting one of these universal power adapters, so you pretty much get every single configuration possible. Also useful when you're traveling to other cities. And look, mine even comes with one USB-A and 2 USB-C ports as well. Pretty handy. I got this off Amazon, but you can really get it in any electrical shop. The apps that you need for Taiwan are nothing too notable, as Google Maps and Google Translate works perfectly there. The only thing I would add is to download Uber, as that is the main cab hailing app in Taiwan, if you're from a country where Grab is the main cab hailing app. You will, however, need a mobile data connection to use any apps and to also navigate yourself safely through the city. And a majority of you will have phones that come with an eSIM slot these days, allowing you to add on a Taiwan local network while still keeping your home network, which is what I would recommend, because that way you can still receive calls and SMSs on your home number even when you're traveling. I've used a few eSIM providers in my Taiwan trips, and I'm a huge fan of unlimited data, so the option that I would recommend is Olafly's 7-day eSIM plan with unlimited data for just 45 Aussie dollars. However, if you do not think you're going to need unlimited data, the second eSIM provider that I would recommend is Aalo. Their 20 gig 15-day plan goes for 41 Aussie dollars, I believe. Note though that if your phone is locked to your telco provider back home, or if your phone doesn't have an eSIM slot, that you will not be able to use these eSIM options, and you're going to have to sort out your mobile data connection when you arrive in Taiwan. But don't worry, I got you. We're going to cover this in the upcoming section as we arrive in Taipei. Right, you've arrived in Taipei. Let's now talk about everything you need to know and square off before you leave the airport. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM slot, you will now need to sort out your physical SIM card, and you can do so at any one of these SIM card stores that are located at the arrival halls. But if you want to make your arrival process more efficient and cheaper, I would recommend pre-booking your SIM card at Klook. Before your arrival, all you need to do to pick up your SIM if you've pre-booked is to present your passport or a photo ID. Though that's going to do nothing if your phone is locked to your telco provider back home. And if that is you, then you will need to get a pocket Wi-Fi device, which you can again pre-book, link in the description box. Though note that you will have to allocate time to return said device when you're leaving Taiwan. Many people are surprised when I say this, but Taiwan is still a very cash-heavy society, and you will need some cash on you, especially if you plan to explore a night market or tent. You can of course do this via the money exchanges or the ATM machines, both of which are located at the arrival halls. But what I usually do to make sure I get the best exchange rates is to use a card like Wise or Utrip. I will probably do a comparison video at some point, but in essence, both cards will offer you very competitive exchange rates, with the key difference being that Utrip offers you up to 1,500 AUD withdrawals per month fee-free. Link to both cards will be in my description box. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. Both options are good, so choose the one that suits you best. The next thing to do on your list would be to head to a convenience store and get yourself an EasyCard, a yo-yo card. They're not expensive. I believe you need to lay down a 100 Taiwan dollars deposit and top it up with whatever you feel like you're going to need. And also, by the way, any unused balance will be valid for up to 20 years. Useful for your return trips, and also why my yo-yo card is yellow instead of white. It has just been very well loved. If you want more random or cute designs of the card though, wait till you get into the city and head to a convenience store to get the card. And that leads quite nicely into this next section where we talk about how to get from Taoyuan Airport into the city, for there are several options. The airport MRT is by far the most popular and cheapest option. It will cost you around 160 Taiwan dollars. It will take around 40 minutes or so and will take you all the way from the airport to the Taipei main station. And from there you can transfer to the local MRT line to take you closer towards your hotel or accommodation. This option, by the way, runs from 6 AM to 11 PM daily. Aside from the MRT, there will also be bus options. Will most probably get you closer to your accommodation as they stop off at Xinyi, Taipei 101 or Ximending. Do note that the bus option can take you longer as you will need to account for possible traffic, especially during peak hours. And note that the most popular option is the 1819, as that option runs 24/7. If you are, however, traveling with heavy or a lot of luggages, catch a cab or better yet call an Uber so that you can lock in the price. Yes, this option is going to be comparatively more expensive at 44 to 46 Aussie dollars, but honestly worth it if you want to avoid the hassle of having to lug your luggage across train stations. Further, if you're traveling in a group with children, elderly folk or handicapable people, I would recommend booking a private transfer. Which option you end up choosing depends on your travel situation and also what's important to you. Links to pre-booking those airport MRT tickets or a private transfer are going to be placed in my description box though for your reference. And once you've done all of the above, congratulations, you are officially in one of my favorite cities in the world. I'm going to at this point quickfire a few things that you need to be aware of whilst you're in Taipei, Taiwan. 1. Public transport etiquette. No loud calls, no eating or drinking on the MRT, though small sips are okay. Speak politely to the locals and especially the elders. Remember that you're a visitor in someone else's country, and respect goes far. Also, I hope that you never need it, but here are some emergency numbers that you need to be aware of. If you're looking to explore cities outside of Taipei, you're going to need to take a high-speed rail, aka Taiwan's version of a Shinkansen. And if so, you're going to find my first timer's guide to Taiwan's high-speed rail video helpful. I'm going to link that at the end of this video and also in my description box. And if you're traveling to Taichung, Kaohsiung, Tainan, and even Taipei, you're going to find my travel guides to these cities helpful. I'm going to put the links to all these guides in my description box, and also some at the end of this video. I do hope that you found value in today's video, and if you have, don't forget to comment, subscribe, share, all the good things that you know are going to appease those holy YouTube algorithm gods, but much more importantly is just gonna make my day as a content creator. Do especially feel free to leave me a question or feedback in the comment section, as I do love hearing from people who take time to watch my videos. I do hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a good day. As always, I'm gonna see you real soon in the next video. 再见